Hey guys, it's Denise and I am back with another video. So today's video is going to be an extremely long book haul. So grab your tea, grab your coffee, your juice, your alcoholic juice, because let's face it, that's the best kind of juice there is, for those who are old enough to drink it. Um, and just sit down and watch all of this shit that I have to show you, because I bought a lot of books since January, and I was gonna hold this book haul off until March. My library is having their Friends of the Library sale. But then I looked at all of these books and I said, this is enough books for one fucking video. I don't need to be hauling like 50 books in a video. I already have a good 30 at least. I believe it's about 30 books I have here to show you. I don't know. Some of them I haven't even went through the boxes. One of them I have to unbox for you. So let's just get into this right now. Oops, as I drop the box. So, of course, most of my boxes are going to come from either book swaps or unboxings, but I like to do my book swaps in a separate video. So, these are all the shits that I bought myself from either Book Outlet, Barnes & Noble, or Half Price Books, Dollar Book Sale. I love Half Price Books. We didn't have one back in Michigan, and so, yeah. The first book is Tiny Pretty Things by Danielle Clayton and Sonia. I'm not even going to butcher her name like that. I honestly originally just bought this because it was like Black Girl Magic. At least I know Danielle is black. I don't know about Sonia, but she's a brown girl, so I was here for it. And this has to do with like a diverse book dealing with like teenagers in ballet school. So I've always been intrigued by ballet. I've never read a book dealing with anybody in ballet school, so yeah. Also, I'm not going to give synopses of any of the rest of the books. If I have a story to go with it, then I'm going to tell that story. Because I have a lot of books here, I have a stack, 2 stacks right here of the same height. And I have 2 more boxes that are already open, but I have to still go through. So, yeah. The next book that I have here is a popular book here on BookTube. The series is popular, and it's 3 Dark Crowns by Kendra Blake. I happen to love Kendra Blake and all her stories. I've only read, 2 of her books, but whatever. I hear good things about this, so I had to get that since I found it on Book Outlet. And the final book out of this box is A Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab. You guys should know all about A Darker Shade of Magic, and you would know if I had to actually put up my favorite books of 2017. This first book surprised the hell out of me. I did not expect to enjoy it, but it blew me away. By the time the book was over, I was in love with everything. So I could not wait to get the rest of this series. Although y'all know I bought book 2 in paperback, and it's just not gonna fly having 1 paperback and 2 hardbacks. That's not gonna happen. So we will be selling that book and getting the other one in hardback, even if I have to pay full price. Oh well. So the next box only has 2 books in it. It originally came with 3, but my 3rd book was for a book swap, so I only have 2 to show you out of this book. And the first book is Solo by Kwame Alexander. I couldn't even tell you what this is about. I just know it's a black author, and I need more of those. Like, my library is looking so pale, and I have to change that as a black reader. I can't allow that to continue on. So this haul, you will see I have a lot of more people of color than I usually have. And my goal for 2018 is to do that more often, to read more, whether I'm reading them in the library or if I'm buying them. I have to at least buy a few black or brown authors every month when I buy books. That's my goal for 2018. The next book is How to Hang a Witch by Adriana Mathers. This has to do with the Salem witch trial, so that's what intrigued me to buy it. I don't know why I didn't. I don't like it when it looks like a textbook from school. This box has quite a few books in here, and honestly, a funny little story that I'll talk about while I show you all these books. I got this book here already. You just previously saw it, and that is A Conjuring of Light by fucking V.E. Schwab. I had just placed the first box that I showed you like the week before I placed the order for this box, and did not remember that I bought this book. So I immediately messaged them like, hey, can you remove that? Can you add another book? They're like, oh no, we can't add another book, but we can remove it for you, and the price will reflect that. Okay, fine. Like 4 days later, I decided to get back on because I was about to buy some more books because your girl got issues. And I look and it said $43, and I'm like, my baby, what is going on? So I messaged Book Outlet, one of the nicest messages I had in me, and told them that they better get that shit together because they added this book, Conjuring a Light, to me 2 more times instead of taking it out. I don't know how the hell they did that. But I had all of my receipts from when I talked to the previous customer service representative, and I told them, I said, I will get a whole box full of free books if y'all keep playing with me, because I will have my bank reverse that entire payment. And they were like, oh, no, 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 I'm so sorry, the computer system glitched and blah, blah, blah. So needless to say, I had 2 free copies of The Conjuring of Light. I gave one away to my friend Ebo for our Valentine's Day swap, even though she doesn't have the first 2. Whatever. And now I have a 3rd book that I think you're gonna see in an haul because I don't need it. I really don't need it. So yeah, now that story's out the way. The next book I have to show you is Slasher Girls and Monster Boys. I thought I bought it in hardcover, but I was probably being really cheap and decided to get it in paperback. It's just an anthology about horror stories, and I've been wanting it for a while now. Paper. The next book is Teeny by Christopher Grant. Black girl on the cover, black author, need I say more. The next book is Napoli in Bloom by Trisha R. Thomas. I don't know if you guys know, Napoli Ever After is the book, the first book. I don't own the first book. I have to get the first book, but it's being turned into a movie, and I was searching for Napoli Ever After because I remember seeing it on Book Outlet like 2-3 years ago, but of course it's nowhere to be found, and I'm sure that has something to do with the new movie that'll be coming out later on this year. But they did have this book, and they had Un-Napoli in Love, and I don't know what number this is in this particular series, but I couldn't pass it up. It was like $2 or $3, I don't know, and I will get the first of whatever in the series so I can read this before I get ready to see my boo thanks and I Lathan play the main character. And have y'all seen her with her shaved off head? Yes, that's for Napoli Ever After, and she looking fly as hell. Wish I had the balls to do, well, my head's kind of shaped funny and big, so I won't ever do that, but I want to cut my hair again. But next book we have here is Island Beneath the Sea by Isabel Allende, and I don't know if she's African American or not, but I think this is a book about it has a slave narrative, if I'm not mistaken, and it sounded so interesting when I read the synopsis. I was just on my Black Girls Read 2 group, and somebody said this was one of their favorite books, and I'm like, oh, let me go check it out on, you know, Goodreads, and then I was like, oh shit, I already added it, and then this is a surprise. I didn't even know I bought it. So, you know, hey. The next book is The Female of the Species by Mindy McGinnis. I don't think I've ever really wanted... No, I'm lying. I did think... She wrote Not a Drop to Drink. I wanted that book, and I never got it. I saw it on Book Outlet for like a whole year, and I never bought it. Don't know why. But I hear great things about this book, and I just love this neon green. Like, it's so gorgeous, and so I had to have this. So I've been eyeballing this for like 2 months. Kept adding more, kept going, taking it away, but I couldn't care. I paid like $7-8 for this. I did not care, because usually I like to keep my books to about $5 when I order from Book Outlet, unless it's something I really need to have, or if they're getting ready to go out, you know, sell out of them. So the next book that I have here is Portrait of Us by A. Destiny and Rhonda Helms. I'm sure one of these authors is black, and it's a black girl on the cover. This is a book about an interracial relationship, and I'm just here for it. I'm here for it. The next book that I have here is a book you already previously saw in my library book haul, but I decided, I saw this on Book Outlet, so I was going to buy it. Plus, it's Black History Month. My sole purpose for Black History Month was to read black authors. Something I didn't hear enough about here on BookTube. I said I was not going to go there, but your girl been feeling some type of way because I can name on my hand, like, what, 5 or 6 booktubers who even mention fucking Black History Month. Like, and that shit, that's bullshit. That's absolute fucking bullshit. But I digress. Happy place, happy thoughts. Back to the book that I'm getting ready to show you, and that is The Troop by Nick Cutter. And I'm glad I bought this because I forgot that me and my buddy read group on Instagram had picked to read this sometime this year, and so I finally have it. So when we read it, which is going to be next month, I can have the book to read along to it. And I'll talk about that buddy read group too. And if you follow me on Instagram and you like horror novels, I can add you to it, because that's pretty much what that group is about. Readers who just love horror novels, basically. 2 more books in this box, and then we can get on to these 2 stacks here. So the second to the last book I have in this particular box is The Battle of Jericho by Sharon M. Draper. I was just on Book Outlet searching for Black authors, and they always have her books, so I decided to get this, and I really love this cover. I was going to get the hard copy because hard books are my life, but they didn't have this cover on the hard copy, and I really fucking like this. This is a gorgeous book cover. But I need to do a video on me and my book taste and why I struggled to read more Black authors in my adult years, because I read them when I was younger. But I want to make sure I word it right so that I don't offend anyone, or I don't give people a pass to say, hey, that's why I'm not reading Black authors. You know, I don't want to do that. So I'm going to wait and let my thoughts simmer a little bit, and then when I feel up to it, I'm going to talk about that. I've been wanting to talk about that for a minute. So the final book that I have to show you that I got from out of all of my Book Outlet orders is The Gemini Virus by Will Mara. I don't know what this is about. It was in the clearance section on Book Outlet, so it was only like $1 and some change, and so I had to get it. I'm hoping it has to do with like some type of zombie virus, because y'all know I love me my zombies. So yeah. Whew. Have y'all been keeping track of how many books I got right now? Because I still got a whole 2 stacks right here. So these 2 stacks of books are books that I got. Majority, actually all but one, I got from Half Price Books dollar sale. Like, I didn't even know they were having their dollar sale. I just happened to ride by, and I'm like, you know what? It's been forever since you've been in a Half Price Books. Go in there and get your. And why is it me? This is me talking to myself. I'm literally saying all this stuff. I'm like, why the hell is it so crowded? Damn. Okay, let's just go in. I went in. They like, hey, this is our dollar book sale. I'm like, oh, y'all. I'm so happy that I had been lifting for a good 3 weeks, because I had to carry 90% of the books that I have here to show you in my fucking hands, or in those punk ass baskets like that, because nobody would like leave a basket for anybody else. So I was able to carry all of these books around Half Price Books for a good 45 minutes. So muscles are coming in strong. So yeah, the first book that I have here to show you is Monster by Walter Dean Myers. I can't remember what this is about. I think this has something to do with the black boy in the juvenile system. I don't know. I have been shying away from this book, and again, we will talk about that in my reading preferences as an adult video whenever I do it in the future. I don't know, but yeah, I have been shying away from this. They always have this on Book Outlet, and I decided, hey, it's a fucking $1, Denise. Get it. You need more Black authors. Get the book. It's a fucking $1. And they got all of these fucking prices. Do you see this? All of these prices. So it has to be good. It has to be good. The next book is a book that I've been wanting for, it's 2018 now. I'm going to say about 3 years now. And I have book 2 already. And I just never saw it on Book Outlet. And I got this for $1. The pages, the back is ripped, but that's what tape is for, and it's $1, so you know you get what you pay for it. But it's The Farm by Emily McKay. I think this has to do with vampires or something like that. The next book I have to show you is book 2 in some type of series, and I don't know why I got it. It was actually I do. It was a fucking $1, so that's why I got it. But it is Queen of the Dead by, what is the first name? Stacey Cade or some shit like that. I don't know what it's about. I have book 1, I believe. I have book 1 somewhere in this pile here. You will see it, but has to do with some ghost girl. Yeah. The next book I got is because it had to do with a plus size protagonist, and if y'all don't know, I'm plus size. Your girl's fat. And I don't read many characters that are overweight. I do have a couple in my library currently, but I have yet to read any in a young adult novel, and I believe this is young adult because it was in the young adult section, and that is Girls Like Me by Lola Stevel. Lola. by my girl Lola here. And it's in excellent condition, and I love the way, you know how the hardbacks got like that soft cover. This is soft as hell and it's gorgeous too. But anyway, yeah, Girl Like Me by Lola. The next book I actually, did I buy this at Half Price Books or did I? Yeah, I think I bought this at Half Price Books. And that is The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson. I know some people on here either love or hate her. I've never read her. Her books are thick as fuck, but it was $1 and maybe one day I want to read it. I mean, the next book that I have here is a book that I'm so surprised that they actually had at Half Price Books currently, because I think it's fairly new. I think it's fairly new. I know last year when I was going through my searching for Black authors, I came across this book and I thought it was pretty new then. But yeah, anyway, it's How Dare the Sun Rise by Sandra. I don't want to pronounce her last name wrong, so you guys should know what this book is about. I don't know. Actually, I haven't seen many people talk about it on YouTube, but I believe this is her autobiography on her life as a in the Republic of Congo. I believe. I just saw Congo. I remember it was someplace in Africa. The next book is a book that I bought because I needed a hardcover copy, and I gave the paperback copy to my buddy Ebo during a Valentine's Day swap, and that is Into the Darkest Corner by Elizabeth Hines. I had Into the Darkest Corner for a long ass time, and I never read it, and so when I saw this, I said, oh, I can get this for myself, and I can give Ebo that brand spanking new paperback copy, because she doesn't care about paperback or hardback, only me and my craziness. So the next book that I have here is a book, a part of a series that you already previously saw me haul at least 1 or 2 books for, that I believe is a trilogy. I'm not sure, don't quote me. But you will also see book 1 all over again, because I decided since I saw these 2 books that I will give book 1 to my buddy Ebo for Valentine's Day. So yeah, now I have all of them in hardback copies, which makes me happy because me and hardbacks. But anyway, that book is The Fire Witness by Lars Kepler. I don't know if this is book 2 or book 3, but this is part of his particular series that has to do with this particular series. Made no sense, but whatever. The next book is by one of my auto-buy authors. I already have this. I have this in mass market paperback, but I'm trying to get all of these books in hardback, and I actually thought I had this already. Like, I thought I bought this. I think I passed this up last year at one of their sales because I thought I had it and I didn't. And that is Retribution by Sherilyn Kenyon, and I was hoping they had some more, but the other books they had are books I already had of hers in hard copy. And so I guess I have to stick to getting the rest of the series from Book Outlet for a few more bucks. I've already read this, by the way. Of course, I loved it because it's Sherilyn Kenyon. The next book that I have here is a book that I just had to buy because I have been eyeballing it at Barnes & Noble for a good 2 months now. And it's book 3 in a series that I previously started. I have not read book 2, and I kept seeing book 2 in Barnes & Noble's bargain section forever. And I just never got it because I just always thought it would be there. And of course, it wasn't there anymore. And I just couldn't have book 3 slip by me like that. And that is The Book of Life by Deborah Harkness. This has to do with witches. You guys should know I read this. That series was just okay for me, but I still wanted to read it so I can finish and know what happened, because I was fairly invested in it. It's just the story drug on for so fucking long. But I'm hoping that it moves a little bit, since they're still all pretty fucking thick. I hope that it moves really, really quickly and more action, basically. So the next book is a book that I got from one of the girls in my library book club, and she had like 4 books that she was trying to give away. I was a little late. I wasn't really paying attention, and she had like 2 other books that I really, really wanted, and another girl got them. However, I was still able to get the other 2 books, and I'm okay with that. I had 2 free books for just being there. And the first book is Kisses and Curses by a slew of authors. You got Leigh Bardugo, Marie Witowski, Jessica Brody. I haven't read. Only person I've read that's on here is Leigh Bardugo, and I think Marissa Meyer. Is that Marissa Meyer on here? I see Issa and a Meyer, so I'm assuming it's Marissa. So yeah, I don't know exactly what this is about. I didn't care. She was giving away. She didn't want them. I wanted them. The next book is a book in a series I've already started and I have to finish it, and I just need to collect all of the rest of the books, and that is My Tied Up by Alice Clayton. You guys know I really loved, what the fuck was the first book? I can't think. Y'all know. I enjoyed it. And so I just want to read the rest of the series because it was so cute and fun and fluffy and just, yeah. The next book is The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight. This was pretty popular back in the day on BookTube, and I was just like, yeah, whatever. Another book about teenagers falling in love with probably a bunch of angst, so I didn't really care, but I saw it and I couldn't pass it up because it was $1. The next book is a book, if I'm not mistaken, I believe I bought this for Tracy one year, or I don't know, maybe I'm just making shit up, but I know she owns this because she wanted it, and it was on her wish list, and I can't remember if I bought it or not. But anyway, it is Drink Slate Love by Sarah Beth Durst, and it had all kind of stickers on here, and I need to take some alcohol to this, but yeah, I had to get it. It was $1. The next book is the book, and I think this is book 1 in this series, but it is The Ghost and the Goth, and you just saw the other book in the series. I bought it. It was $1. Sue me. The next book is the other book that I got from the girl in my book swap, and that is Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. I got 2 Morgan Matson books for $1. You know, hey, whatever. They're thick as shit. Like, how do you guys read super thick books like this? I guess I'll see pretty soon because I'm gonna have to read one of these books. The next book is The Hypnotist by Lars Kepler. You just saw book 2 or 3, whichever book that was, and I got it in hardback copy for $1, and ebook got the paperback. That was in excellent condition because it was brand new from Dollar Tree. The next book is a book that I had been wanting for about a year now, and that is The Luckiest Girl Alive by Jessica Knoll. This is like a mystery suspense, and then right after I saw this, and you see it's still brand new, still got the 20% off sticker from Barnes & Noble, but I got this at the $1 sale at the half price books, and I'm here for it. A short mystery novel, I'm here for it. So guys, we are at the end of this book haul, and the final book is The Cuckoo's Calling by Robert Galbraith, aka J.K. Rowling herself, and this is her adult mystery novel, and I'm honestly hoping that it's better than that. What was that one? I didn't read the book, but I watched the movie, and it was just god-awful boring, and it was just annoying as hell. I hope it's better. I hope it's better than that. People either love or they hate this. You guys know I love mystery. I love J.K. Rowling. Although I have yet to finish the Harry Potter series, I still love all the movies, and that counts, goddammit. I don't care what anybody says. It counts. I'm a fan because of the movie. I want to read those books because of the movie. So, it counts. Don't argue. But yeah, guys, that is the end of this extremely long winter book haul. Don't worry, it'll probably be another extra long one for spring. And when you see that spring book haul, just know to get your wine, your beer, your tea, your whatever it is, and just chill out because you're going to be here for a good 20-something minutes. So guys, that is it for this extremely long ass book haul. Hopefully I didn't lose any of you guys and you enjoyed this ranty ass. I don't know. By now you should know that I rant about everything and I go off on long ass tangents, and I'm sorry. I can't help it. It's how I am. But anyway, one day soon I'll be back in my library. I'm getting ready to end this video really soon and go get some organization going on to that. But until I get that completely settled, you will get my January wrap up as well as my February Read So Lit wrap up in front of a white wall. So that's it, because if not, I'm going to keep talking. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.